Hi, my name is Trevor Tice from KBandstraining.com. Let's move through a great full body workout routine utilizing Kbands, the KB Duo, or even our upper body KB Power Bands. During the Kbands Live 101 workout, we're going to be doing lateral raises, tricep extensions, and a variety of different explosive movements for our lower body. Take a look at each exercise and let's work on proper form to maximize our results. You're going to need a little bit of room for the Kbands triple lunges. We're going to be working with one dominant leg before we move to the other. You're going to extend out, get a nice front lunge with good posture. Chest stays high, open up the shoulders, knee stays behind the toe, drop down into the hips. Don't slide around. Great lunge, explode back up, and then we're going to move out to the side. Complete the side lunge with your hips driving back, trying to work to keep that knee behind your toe again, and then come back to that center point. Next, we're going to finish up by sliding down to the backside and then continuing around that circle for an entire 20 reps. Your legs should be on fire. Our focus is strength and endurance. So continue moving around there for 20 total rounds before moving on to the other leg. Utilize the Kbands triple lunges for 2 complete sets on both legs. Try not to take much rest in between and power through the entire workout. The Kband Speed Skaters is going to give us great activation in our hips by working laterally on each individual jump. Explode from side to side and really try to gain ground. It's great for improving our cardiovascular endurance as well as our power from side to side. Every movement we make during this exercise, we need to make sure that we're explosive but yet under control. Lunge out through the resistance, catch, stabilize, and then accelerate again with your arm. Don't forget about the top half. You have to use powerful arms to get powerful jumps. Stay conscious of that and accelerate through an entire 30-second set. After you complete your 30-second set, you're going to take a short break of about 30 seconds. It'll be a 1-to-1 for 6 sets. Spike your heart rate, work to gain power in your legs, and move explosively side to side. With the Kbands power splits, we're going to be accelerating off the ground, driving our arms up to help gain momentum with our legs. Stretch out the resistance bands, take a nice long lunge, throw your hands, and then flip through your feet. We're going to be switching through each individual split squat, trying to power up and work on our explosiveness. You're going to notice that your heart rate jumps, so this will be a shorter set. Max effort is required. 15 to 20 seconds, really switching through those legs and being powerful with our arms. Be conscious of chest position. Rock your chest back, maintaining that position over your hips, and accelerate up for 4 total sets. The Kbands lateral raise is an excellent shoulder exercise. We're going to stand on it with 2 feet, shoulder width apart, getting the proper amount of resistance. Remember, with KB Power Bands, we've got 4 levels of resistance, so make sure that you choose the right one where you can maintain full range of motion. Oftentimes, when it comes to the lateral raise, some people will take their hands way too high. We're working just shoulder height. We don't need any of that scapular rotation out. We're going to get just deltoid activation as we raise. Find the right level of resistance to where you can keep straight arms working out to the sides for the lateral raise. Don't bend your arms in. We want to keep them nice and wide with a big chest. Move through full range of motion for 10 to 12 reps before taking about a 30 to 45 second break. Keep it brief and move right into the next set. Keeping a strong, quick pace will really burn out our deltoids quickly. Move through 4 total sets and then move on to another exercise. The KB Duo row is going to be a great back exercise. We're going to move closer to the mount or farther away depending on the level of resistance that you need. As you move in and find that comfy position, we're going to be shooting for 15 to 20 rep failure sets. What that means is we're going to be getting all the way up to 15 reps to 20 reps right in that range you need to fail. That means add enough weight to where every movement that you do is challenging towards the end of the set. Push through 5 total sets, always maintaining proper form. As you get tired, don't arch your back as leverage. You want to walk out just a little bit and make the weight slightly lighter so you can maintain proper form. Also, keep in mind that your forearms might become on fire. A lot of times this is because you're curling your wrist as you get fatigued. So make sure that you keep a great straight wrist, pull up, and then decelerate down through each rep. The KB Duo tricep extensions is great for challenging your strength in your triceps. The key is that we have great hand position as well as elbow position while doing any suspension training movements. First of all, to make it easier, we're going to walk farther away from the KB Duo, or to make it harder, we're going to walk towards the mount. Now we're gonna place our hands just in front of our forehead with a slight tilt to the handles. If you keep flat wrists, sometimes you can get a lot of pressure in your wrists and you may become a little sore. By dropping your pinkies and lifting up that index finger slightly, it takes pressure off of our wrist and makes it a little bit nicer to use. Now that your hands are in the right position, we're gonna go through the range of motion reps. You're gonna slide those hands up towards the top side of your forehead so that we can really get some good depth and a good 90 degree in our arm. Now as we extend out, we're gonna go near the lock position and then go immediately back into the resisted rep. Control yourself and don't use too much momentum. Whenever you're using suspended movements, we wanna make sure that we wait on our body weight. As we get to each end, we wanna wait just a little bit so that our weight hits our hands again and then we lift through that resistance. As you become more fatigued, you're gonna find yourself letting your arms slide back towards the back side of our head. We've got to keep great posture, leaving those elbows locked in place and just bending to that 90 degree and then back out towards the lock position. Continually complete reps of 12 to 15 before taking a bit of a break. It's important that we keep our rest period short so we can continue to build muscle and work through those resisted reps without taking too long. After completing 3 full sets, we're now gonna do an additional set with complete range of motion, a nice steady pace, but then we're gonna slide our hands in once we get towards that 10 rep mark and pick up the pace just a bit. You'll find that once your hands are butted up against one another, you're gonna be able to pound out a couple more reps. Take that up for an additional 10 reps before completing the entire round. For your very own set of K-Bands to help maximize your leg strength or the suspension trainer, the KB Duo, head to kbandstraining.com and let's get started training today.